Alright, what we're going to show you with Polymer Clay today is how to make a cake. So, I'm going to make a chocolate cake with vanilla cream icing. And so these other colors you don't need, that was just for another project. Okay, first you're going to take your chocolate, and that's the name of the color, chocolate. And you're going to take a piece off of it, and we're going to knead the clay. Got to knead it and warm it up. Make it nice and pliable. Once it's nice and pliable, then we're going to roll it into a ball, and then just going to shape it into a little cake. Now for my little cake, I am going to have a strawberry center. I'm going to have a little bit of a strawberry filling in my cake. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to kind of roll my blade through that, and that's going to cut it in two. And there we go. And now we have two sections to our little cake, because it's going to be a little two-tier cake. Alright, now you're going to need a little bit of red for your strawberry icing, or your strawberry filling. And you're not going to need that much, just enough to make a little filling in the middle. And you're going to need that, and make it nice and pliable. And I'm going to roll it into a little ball. Okay, and once I've got my little ball, I'm going to flatten that out, like that. And then I'm going to put one of my tiers on it. And then you just trim around it. Alright, now that we have our strawberry center, I'm going to put our pieces of our cake back together, just like so. And I'm going to roll that together. Okay, I rolled that together so that it has a nice little thing. It's kind of like putting cheese in between two pieces of bread. For your icing, you're going to take, I'm using vanilla cream. You can choose whatever kind of icing you want for your cake. You could make your cake a yellow in the inside with a chocolate icing, if you'd like. Whatever it is that you would like to make your cake. Alright, now that I have this rolled out, I'll roll it out a little bit more. There we go. And basically I'm just rolling this out to make like a sheet of fondant, like you do a fondant cake. I'm going to stretch that out just a little bit more. And you're just going to lay your fondant right on top of your little cake. And we're going to completely cover it. And you can pull it just like you pull fondant to take out the edges. You just pull it down to stretch that over. And I just kind of pulled that off the end. Now you're going to need that, so put it aside, and take that and just lightly press it like that. Just roll it a little bit, give it a nice flat look. See, little cake. And now I'm going to press that down a little bit more, because I want to make cake slices. I'm sorry, my hand's in the way. Might get stuck to your table a little. Here we go. Now this is what you'll have. You'll have a little cake, or the beginnings of a cake. Okay, now on your bottom you'll notice that of course it's not completely covered. That's not a problem. You just take some of your white roll it out, kind of thin. You're going to put this right on top, just like so. Give it a little tap to adhere that clay together, and then just cut away that excess. Now use some of your tools and blend it. Just blend that cake. Okay. Now you have a complete little base just like this. Now to make an icing rope for the top of my cake, all I'm going to do is I'm going to take some red and I'm going to snake that out. What I like to do is I will take it just like this and then take both sides and twist. Just like that. See how that's making a nice little rope? Oops, get the top part of my cake here. And then you just take your icing and just put it on top. Now working with red, it will stain your white, so you want to make sure that you keep the colors and place them where you want them, because if you move it around it will stain it. So you have a nice little decoration around your top, and now you're going to take the rest of that and I'm going to put that around the base of my cake. I'm going to pop that in the freezer for about 5-10 minutes just to make it just a little harder. That way when you cut through those layers, cutting your cake, it doesn't bleed those layers together, because that will happen if your clay is still warm. So you want to cool it off a little. So I'm going to cool my clay off and we'll be right back. It's nice and cold. You don't want to touch it a lot because you don't want to warm it up. Now it can be cut without bleeding the layers, and what I use is my polymer clay blade. What you're going to do is you're going to make slices just like you would slicing a regular cake. See little cake slices? See that? You're ready to put your eye pins in your little cake slices to make them charms. If you were going to make these as dollhouse miniatures, you would leave them like this, bake them, put them on a little plate. But since I'm making these charms, I am going to slide my eye pins in. Toothpick to do for yours. And what you're going to do is you're just going to lightly hold your cake and just give it some bunch of little pokes, just to give that some texture. And you're going to do that to both sides on all of your little pieces of cake. Now I'm going to finish texturizing this, and you texturize yours, and we'll be right back. Now that you have your cakes texturized, you're going to see, there you go. And that's a little cake slice, and that's going to hang from the little charm. Now what you're going to do is you're going to bake your pieces, and you're going to bake those at, according to the manufacturer's directions. I'm using Sculpey, so I'm going to bake at 275, and I'm going to bake this for 15 minutes. I hope you enjoyed our little tutorial. Comment, tell us what you want to learn, and we'll see you guys later. Bye.